Hello, friends. Welcome to Theater Arlington's Theater Thursdays. Very happy to have you all with us today. Got some fun and exciting news to share with you, as well as we're going to start a series over the next couple of weeks called Meet the Board. And we're going to introduce you guys to our Theater Arlington board here, all the wonderful people that help make this place go. You probably will hear some odd sounds today because not only are we doing construction on our theater building, but actually on our education building where my office is, they're actually redoing the roof. And so I just heard a big crash outside. You may hear some weird sounds. If you do, that's hopefully just the roofers making some sounds. You'll notice I'm not in my normal suit and tie today. I'm in my Theater Arlington t-shirt. Ooh, you can see. I'm a Theater Arlington hat because I have been going over to the construction site and in the theater and working in the shop, trying to clear things out and make some more space for our wonderful construction crew. I want to show you guys a few photos of what's going on over there because it's a little crazy. So this is kind of, we're doing abatement right now. And so they're going in and taking all the asbestos out. This is one of the first things they did is, I don't know if you can see my little clicker, but right here, these guys are building the little specialized sanitation abatement room. So as the workers come out from being in where the asbestos is, they come out through that little area and get all sanitized. Here's our front windows that are all plasticed up and sectioned off. That you can see if you look, that was an on-stage view looking out into the audience where you can see that there are no seats any longer because all of those have been taken out and actually donated to Jubilee Theater. And they've installed them over at their place. And I think I'm going over there actually later tonight to look at that. And so I'm pretty excited about that. That's our backstage area. And where you see all of that stuff, that's a picture I took this morning. All of that is now gone and in a storage pod, and that is why I'm a sweaty mess to do the broadcast today. This is in the lobby space, and that corner is where our box office used to be. And so you can already see the lobby looks larger and expanded, and that where our old box office is already gone, making way for the new space. I think, am I missing one? I don't know where this, well, this photo, you can still see the bar and everything in place over here. But the bar as of this morning is gone. So I took that picture yesterday. The bar is gone now. So very exciting. Things are moving very quickly over there with our abatement team, who is also doing a little bit of the demo work. We met with the contractors today and with the architects, and they will really get busy getting in there and doing a lot more demolition coming up. All of our permits are in, and so it is a very exciting time there. I did not tell you all to say hello, and I forgot about that. So make sure that if you're with us today, you say hello in the comments so I know that you're here and that we can chat with you. I do see that Leanne is here, and Cindy, hello, welcome. Anybody else that's with us, please say hi. And now speaking of Leanne, let's jump over and say hi to her. Leanne is one of our board members, and so we'll go to her first. Hello, Leanne, and welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very tired. I'm not used to this kind of physical labor, and so it's been interesting and fun. Hello, Mike Stevens. Hello, Jason Ware. Good to see you guys.
Well, you can't smell you from here.
Thank goodness. You all are very glad about that. And in this light, fortunately, you can't see how wet my t-shirt actually is from being very, very sweaty. But that's really not why people tune in. So let's talk about you. So Leanne, you are a recent board member for us.
Yes.
How long ago did you join the board?
Just at the very beginning of the year. I kind of got started right before the beginning of the year and then full swing in January.
Excellent. And how did you find out about it? What possessed you to do that? What made you think?
I don't know.
You're still trying to figure that out, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I have a really good friend on the board, and she invited me, and I was just thrilled and felt like it was just a great opportunity to jump in and do what I like to do, which is be social and raise money for a good cause and have fun.
That's right. And you are doing that. You make our meetings more fun, and you really have just jumped right in, which I appreciate. You are working really hard on in our development group and working on our game night, which is coming up at the end of October. And so folks will get to meet you and see you there. And so that's fun. Hi, Squeak. Good to see you. Jason Ware says, "Yay, Leanne." So I don't know if you're seeing the comments, but
He's my personal cheerleader. Yeah,
it is great to have a personal.
it is.
It's good to have one. All right. Well, I'm glad that you have joined us, and I'm going to jump over and say hello to another one of our new board members.
Okay.
And that is Debbie Peach. Hello, Debbie Peach. It is good to see you. Debbie Peach, you also did you join in January as well?
I did. January.
Yes.
Right at the beginning.
Yes. And so, but we've had a very long association with each other because I believe I've known you for a little over 30 years now, at least.
A long time, Steve.
What's that?
I said a long time.
Yeah, very long time. And so for those of you that don't know, Debbie and I taught together. I first taught with her husband, and I taught her son, who is now the head coach at Arlington High. Or is he athletic director? He's got a more title than head coach.
Both.
He's both, right?
He's director of his school.
Yeah, he's got lots and lots of titles over there and doing wonderful things. I, of course, love Lamar, but Arlington High is my alma mater. And so when Scott went over there, it was really easy to be able to cheer for both groups and both teams. And so then you came, I'm not sure what year you switched over when the ninth graders came.
1997.
Wow. Yes. So, yeah, I think that was, so I've been teaching about 10 years, 9 years or so. And then, which means that we did then 20 some odd together. So that's good. And that's, I know how you got on the board because I knew you were so dynamic and wonderful at teaching and organized. And so I called you and was like, hey, I need you to come be on this board.
I
could
not have done it, except I know your talent. And I knew
well, thank you.
Take care of me and that I would help you in every way I can.
Yeah, and you're doing great. Again, working so hard on our game night and really making things happen with sponsors and collecting prizes for people to win. And so it'll be a really, really fun event, I think. And then I think our marketing person has also roped you into coming and doing some work.
This week. This week.
Yeah, some extra volunteers. Right? Yes. And she's saying right now, Debbie is fabulous. Leanne is fabulous. She's very excited. So
she is too.
Yes. I'm going to jump over and welcome another one of our members that's been with us a little bit longer. I'll come back to you. Don't go away. And let's welcome the wonderful, another Lamar connection for me, the wonderful Courtney Barksdale Perez. How the heck are you this afternoon?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm glad that you're here and able to chat with us. I'm really glad that you're on the board, giving us some legal advice occasionally, off the record legal advice, and just all of your smart wisdom. Now, I think same thing. I think I might know you for almost 30 years. Is that right?
Just about. Speaking of ninth graders in junior high, I was part of the Nichols Junior High last ninth grade class there. So. Oh,
were you really?
I was.
So you're because you came to Lamar in the 10th grade.
That's right.
And that's when I met you. So that would that be 1997?
1998. Yeah.
Is when you switched over. Yeah. See, everyone right now is trying to. They're like, there's no way she's that old. She looks like she maybe 30 if she's a day. So how could you know her for 30 years? So.
Yeah, I don't feel that old. So I wonder that myself.
I know. Well, the only reason I know that you're that old is because I knew you a long time ago, and because you've got kids that are, old enough for you to be, 30.
That's
Right?
right.
At least. Well, so now tell me, what aside from me twisting your arm, what made you think, hey, yeah, I want to be on Theater Arlington's board?
So I love theater, obviously. I was in your theater classes, big theater buff in high school, did a couple of shows in college, and then stepped away to be a very serious lawyer. Very serious. So this theater is still my creative outlet. My husband and I love theater. My kids love theater. And what better way to enjoy the theater than right here in Arlington, where I grew up and am raising my family as well. So I was happy to have this as an outlet to give back, but also just to enjoy the theater.
Excellent. And you give back all the time, though. You are like a member of several different organizations, a lot of with your law groups, taking care of folks. Tell the folks some of those that and I think you're in charge of one of them. Aren't you the president of one?
I am. So this year I'm the president of an organization that really started out as a bunch of law school classmates, girlfriends getting together, having drinks and complaining. But we decided to do something about that and turn those complaints into really, how can we help each other, navigate our career goals. So I'm president of an organization. It's a bunch of Black women lawyers in Dallas, over 80 of us now, which is really cool to see the landscape change there from a diversity perspective. And then involved in several other organizations, volunteer organizations as well. So I don't know how I have time, frankly, to do that between my 3 kiddos and everything else, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, and you make time for those things that are really important, right? So, and that making sure that there is more diversity and making sure that women are supported in the field of law,
Yep.
And you guys having that connection with one another is certainly valuable and worth, that time. And yes, it's hard, I know, to be away from kids and be away from the family, but that is like such a great endeavor to make life better for the kids, in a different kind of tangible way, though.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, and I would say that is one of the things we really are working on here too, is trying to make sure that we are diverse here at the theater the same way we are in the city of Arlington. And I will say it's an interesting and challenging at times to make that happen, because it hasn't been that way. But did y'all hear that? there's more stuff falling off the roof. It keeps sounding, just so y'all know, like a person has fallen off the roof, and that's why I get alarmed. But it's really, I think, just pieces of roof that we don't need anymore, I hope. All right. Nothing to shake up a serious conversation like a body falling off my roof. So thank you for that. I'll be back in just a second. Don't go away, Courtney. And let's see one of our longtime members, the lovely Robin Dodson, who is actually the secretary of our board. And you have been on the board now, how long? 9-ish years, is that right?
Since 2013, so 8 years.
8 years, yes. And we love you, and I'm never letting you leave. I know people are only supposed to, stay for a certain amount of time and go do other things, but as long as I'm here, you have to stay.
Well, I'm leaving when you leave. Let's just say that.
I will also say that you also do the majority props for our productions. And so you are a fabulous prop designer. How did you start doing that? How did you end up doing props for shows?
I will tell you, I have a little story. So in 2009, I was trying to find one summer something to do with my then 8-year-old daughter. And so I looked in the Star Telegram, and Theater Arlington had an ad for Schoolhouse Rock. And I'd lived in Theater Arlington, probably 10 years by then. I'd never even heard of it. So I said, okay, let's go see that. So we went to go see the show. And after the show, my daughter said, I want to do what they're doing. I want to audition for the next kid show. So 2 months later, she auditioned for Stuart Little, and Todd Hart put her in the ensemble. And back then, part of the parents used to heavily work on the set, the costumes, the props. And so my husband worked on the set with Jack Hardaway, who is also now on our board with his lovely wife, Pam. And I started helping the props lady. And so she did that. And then we enrolled Sydney in musical theater class that fall. And her first musical theater teacher was BJ Cleveland.
He's in the room today. Hi, BJ.
I know. And
did she end up liking musical theater at all?
well, I was gonna say, so 12 years later, I've been on the board for 8 years. My husband was on the board. I am now the props lady. Sydney did 15 shows at Theater Arlington, and now she's a junior in college majoring in musical theater, all because of us going to see Schoolhouse Rock back in 2009. So there's my story.
Well, it's a great story, and I will say that she is one of our best products. I think she is so talented, and which I will claim a little bit for Theater Arlington, and I think she is like just such a beautiful person inside and out, and a lovely human being, which I give you all the credit for and her, but for making that happen. So
Thank you.
She is delightful. Now, your day job, you've had lots of interesting day jobs and lots of cool things, but what is it that you currently do?
Well, I'm in my classroom right now.
That's right.
I've been working as a teacher at the Montessori Academy of Arlington this will be my 16th year. I teach 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And of course, Theater Arlington does work with Montessori Academy as well. So
yeah, we've got a great connection there. All right, I'm going to bring back our other board members really quick. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right, so now I'll play a little game, and I will ask you questions.
That sounds like they're on the moon. Do y'all hear that?
Yes, I hear.
I hear some weirdness now. All right, so I will ask you guys questions. Folks that are, I don't hear that static. If you are in our chat, can you hear that?
What?
I don't know what's happening, but is it mine?
very squeaky.
It sounds like it's me. Hold on. We'll see if that helps. No. All right. Well, you know, live theater, technical difficulties, all that kind of stuff happens, right? So, yes, Kim says we are so blessed to have all these amazing ladies on our board, and we most definitely are. Oh, she said, maybe my mic's too loud. Is that better? We'll see if that helps.
It sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys some questions and just shout out the answer if you know the answer. BJ, Cindy, Kim, anybody that's watching, you guys can ask questions and be silly with us. So first question is, do you know what season we are going to be in 2022? What season number will it be? Robin?
49th.
That is correct, our 49th season. It's very exciting. All right.
Hey, if everybody else will mute if you're not talking, it's probably the feedback coming from your computer of Steve's voice.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so mute unless you're going to talk, but so unmute yourself. And you can unmute yourself just by pressing your space button if you need to do it fast without having to press unmute. You just press that space button. Well, I might be lying. That works in a Zoom room. I don't know if it works here because we're not really Zooming. We're on StreamYard, ladies and gentlemen. We are high tech and very fancy. So if you have a school named after you, please raise your hand. Is anybody? Oh, Debbie Pete's got a school named after her. So that's very exciting. If you are associated with wine in a particular way, would that apply to anybody?
What do you mean by particular?
Exactly.
That's an all skate.
Yeah, that's an option. So, how about if you have a sideline that wine is involved in?
That would be me.
Yeah. So Leanne, tell us about that.
I am a wine guide for Traveling Vineyard for 8 years so far, and I love it. I just go into people's homes and we talk about wine and we pair it with food and have a lot of fun. It's great.
See, some of y'all didn't know you could get paid for that. Kim's like, I got to rethink my life right now because you can go into people's houses and have wine and talk about it, and that's a job. So I know, for real.
And I need to come to a bunco meeting.
Do you want, what's that?
I want her to come to a bunco meeting.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. You guys
That can be negotiated.
That's right. Y'all can make that happen. All right. So on our season, which you know has got Sister Act, the Piano Lesson, Cabaret, Black Comedy, Biloxi Blues, The Cake, James and the Giant Peach, Hooray for Holidays.
It looks like a router issue, so try restarting it. Unplug the router.
Can y'all hear that?
Then plug it back in.
Oh, I'm laughing today. All the craziness. That was my Alexa trying to. Oh, now I've said her name. She's going to start talking. Sorry. Here we go. I know. She said I've got a bad connection to the internet, so that's probably some of our issues today. So, of all of those shows, tell me what one you personally are most excited for happening this season.
I'm excited for all of them. I think it's such a diverse lineup and something for everybody. And I'm excited for every single show.
See, that's me, but I know some people have their favorites. So if you've got one of the favorites, y'all type it in. Anybody else?
Well, you know which shows I like.
Robin only wants to see the musicals.
Correct.
So she's going to see Sister Act a lot and Cabaret a lot.
I'm excited about Sister Act. We're going to have so much great talent. Steve, tell everybody how many people we have signed up just to come to auditions right now.
I'm telling you, it is crazy. We have on, I'll see this weekend over 150 people. So on Saturday, I've got over 85 people or so that are auditioning for the first time, specifically just for this show. And then on Sunday, I already, from our big 5x5 auditions that we had, we've already called back about 40 people for that day. And then I'm sure some of the people from Saturday will also come on Sunday. So we have a huge talent pool, and people in the area are really excited to be in this production and to work on this production. And so, yeah, it is going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. But I'm excited about that one, I think, because it's a little bit different from what we've done before as a musical, but that it's going to be in our new space, and it'll be the very first one. And so I think it's going to be really exciting and really fun. Yeah, and lots of cool things that are happening as well. You know, on top of all that, because we've got, you know, our club series, which is happening, which is our cabaret stuff that we've done before, that we're adding that comedy nights, which I think will be really fun. So the second Sunday of every month, we're going to have a comedy night. And I've been talking to people about that in terms of comedians and directors and people that are interested in working on that, and got some talented folks lined up. And then we're doing some really interesting play readings, and I'm still selecting some of those, but we'll have those finalized. And we're going to have 4 stage readings. So you will come to and watch people. They will still have a script in their hands, and they won't, you know, still be in costumes and props and things, but they will walk around and do some movement and read the play out loud, which will be fun just in itself, right? So to hear some newer works and some things that we don't hear. But then what I like about that experience is then it's really about the conversation afterwards. And so the audience gets to stay and kind of talk with the actors about it, but we're really choosing some plays that have interesting topics and things that are very timely, that are in the news, and that might have some political ramifications, that have some, you know, different things like that. And so we'll get to talk through all of that with a group in the context of the play, but also about what's happening in the world. And so I'm excited for those conversations, because that's what I think real good theater does, right? Is it's thought provoking and makes you want to have conversations after the show. So Mike Stevens, heck yeah. If you've got some suggestions, please send them to me. If we don't get to them this year, we certainly, you know, we'll be doing this ongoing. So yes, send me your ideas of things that you have. Anything else anybody want to say about being on the board or about Theater Arlington that you're like, this is what I love to tell people about, that maybe they don't realize, or, you know, one of the reasons, again, like why you like to do this or be associated with us?
I just love people to come out. I mean, the quality of the productions, at least I hadn't been many times, honestly, before you were there, Steve, but I've loved the shows. I've seen A Raisin in the Sun on Broadway, and I've seen it twice. Apart from that, and then the production before the pandemic.
Yeah, our last one.
I mean, I was moved to tears. It was so good. The talent was amazing. The set was amazing. And I feel like, we're just a hidden gem that more people need to know about. So that's what I'd like everybody to know.
Yeah, so everybody click like and share and spread the information, because that really is how we will get more people in here. And I think that's true. I think once folks come in and see shows, they really enjoy them. I think they're surprised by the talent that we have in the Metroplex. I think they're surprised at the production quality that we have. I agree with you. I thought that set was so cool looking. And really interesting. Brian Stevenson did that set for us. He's fantastic, and it was a very different take than what is normally done on that show, and I really liked it. So I thought if we had to stop and take a break, for a year and a half, that was a really nice show on for a little while. So, but I'm excited to get us back in there. Hi, Lori Woods. Good to see you. Well, I know some of you are on your lunch break from work, and so I'm going to let you get back to your job. Thank you for being here and chatting with us today. It's always a pleasure. I'm sure. Oh, I guess I'll see you next Tuesday at our next board meeting, and I'll have lots and lots of news for you.
And that's when we get to go eat after.
Yes, that's right. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. You are the best. Let me see it. I'm trying to see if I've gotten a little thing for that yet. I do. Da, da, da. So next Tuesday, August 17th, we will be having our Theater Arlington Supper Club. And what that means is if you'll go to the Twisted Root Burger Company on Abrams Street, the address is right there, 310 East Abrams, and you will tell them that you are with the Theater Arlington group, we will get 15% of your ticket sales or your food bill will go to Theater Arlington. And so that's a great way to go have a delicious hamburger, some fun pickles. They've got a variety of weird kind of pickles.
I go for the fried pickles.
That's right. They got good pickles. So go and eat a burger. They are delicious. All alcohol sales are also included in our 15%. So have a burger and a delicious beer, or I think they have a full service bar, Cokes, milkshakes, whatever you want. Get all that, and 15% will be donated to Theater Arlington, and we could certainly use the money right now. So help us out, enjoy some good food, and support the theater at the same time. All of the board will be going after our board meeting, so we'll get there around 7:30. So if I was you, I'd get there a little bit before that, because we're going to come in a big giant mass, and we'll make the service a little bit slower. So you should get there before us, but stay and say hi. Any other? Tell me some other things, because that was good, Leanne. Anybody else got one that I should remember that I haven't said?
Excited for the year.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being on the board. As they were saying in the comments, you guys really are fantastic. I love having you there. You do so much work, and you all have fun, delightful personalities who make me laugh and smile instead of being stressed. So thank you. Have a good day, and I will see you all.
Bye. Thanks for asking.
Bye.
Take care. All right, and thank you all for being here. It is always fun to spend some time with you and to get to chat with you guys and tell you all about the great things that are happening at Theater Arlington. Please tune in again next week. Tell everybody to tune in. Tell everybody about us. Tell everyone to go to have burgers at Twisted Root next Tuesday evening from 5 to 9 and help support the theater. Until next time, you guys take good care of yourselves. Bye, neighbor.